been going through transactions. Wanted to get to ask some of these questions here about iBuyers and just technology. There's Zillow out there. There's all sorts of websites that one could utilize to start to get educated in real estate on their own. And again, I'm never going to try and talk someone out of being a for sale by owner if that's what they want to do. You know, we're here in Utah, we're a do-it-yourself state.
Oh, for sure.
You know, the pioneers. For sure. I mean, you know, I wasn't Utah like the highest market for the Floby?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, it's totally true. It's baked into our culture for sure.
Yes. So, what are your thoughts on iBuyers and technology in general?
Yeah, so, you know, it's very fascinating. Technology is just increasing so rapidly. I'm not going to put my head in the sand and say that it can't come to our industry
Sure.
and wipe out the agent eventually, and everything's just done, you know, online or whatever. There's a guy I listened to the other day who was talking about, you know, if Amazon gets into the business, which I do think they actually have a partnership with Berkshire Hathaway.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Doing some things. But, you know, painting a picture of, okay, you don't need an agent to get in the house. You just show up and the Nest camera lets you into the house, unlocks the door. They get your identity. You can get in through an app or something. You walk through the house and, you know, Alexa is kind of guiding you through the house.
Amazing.
You know? So you can see, and you can actually imagine that not being too far off either. And so I'm not naive to think that it's coming, and there's going to be some adjustments to our traditional industry. Mm-hmm. However, what we talked about earlier, and just the emotional piece of, and how many moving parts there are in a transaction. I think things will change going into the future, but I think there will always be a need for a human advisor, you know, to help you through, you know, some of the challenges and the craziness of a transaction. And so it'll be interesting to see how things all shake out. But yeah, the iBuyer question is really interesting. So that's, if you're familiar and your listeners.
Yeah, what is an iBuyer, if you don't mind diving into that?
So that's getting popular in other states. I know it's really popular down in Phoenix right now. Zillow's getting into this space, and a lot of big hedge funds are getting into this space where they'll come in and say, hey, we will buy your house for, they're calling it market value.
Okay.
But it's just an instant offer. So that's the I.
Okay.
And they'll cash you out. And you get to pick like when you want to move out. You don't have to deal with showings. You don't have to deal with anything. So it's appealing. The caveat is then there's a convenience fee. In Zillow's case, it's anywhere from 9 to 12%. So instead of paying an agent, you know, 5 or 6% to sell your house and deal with the showings and some of that, you just take the offer from Zillow and pick your date, get the cash, but you are turning around and paying them, you know, 10%. So interesting.
Yes.
I think we as agents will be able to use that as an option. For our clients. I know Keller Williams is coming out with a program in-house on that too. So interesting idea, and I don't know how that's going to work in a market that's going flat or down.
Right.
I wouldn't want to be the iBuyer in that situation.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
But because they buy the house and then turn around and flip it. They put it right back on the market. Got it. So they're trying to make it up in that 9 to 12% margin. And then they get it on the sell side too, probably.
Oh, sure. Are there any stats on the people that are, you know, I didn't know it was 9 to 12. And so for me, I'm thinking, well, gosh, 12 is double 6, right? And 6 is what you pay a realtor. And now you're going to pay an iBuyer 12. Are there any stats on how successful this is going for iBuyers?
So I actually just went to the Zillow conference last month. They're anticipating or hoping for an 8% market share in the markets that they're in.
Wow.
So I think the people that would really eat it up would be for sale by owners, a lot of, you know, distressed properties. I do know that Zillow is being really picky with the neighborhoods that they're in, the price points that they're in. But yeah, their target, they figure they can disrupt the for sale by owner space, and then also, you know, the the discounter
Yeah.
investor space.
Got it. Yeah, I can totally see that interrupting the investor space. It's just, it's mind-boggling to think someone would sell their house for double the commission to an iBuyer than a real estate agent if their house is beautiful already.
Yeah, they're banking on people, having such a hard time with doing showings and just how inconvenient that can be.
Sure.
Just to wash their hands of that and just throw in the towel and give Zillow 10% of the money, right?
Right.
So
I guess it's kind of like similar to your example. You can sell your car on KSL, or you can go trade it in for less, right? You can probably get a little bit more, but you can go trade it in and just be done with it.
Right.
Yeah. So it's the trade in.
Exactly.
Take it to Larry H. Miller, and he'll lowball you, but you're done with it.
Yep.
Okay.